From the tailgate smoke to the late night post, best cash in the game. Raiders coast to coast. Click that play, let it roll. Silver, black in my soul, got 401. Righty to Jeff, breaking plays, taking notes. That chef, film on loop. He's stacking stats, calling out schemes, exposing gaps. When the line holds, when it don't, he said what they scared to quote. Raiders coast to coast, that's the show I trust the most. From a pay down to that post, we riding, we riding. Raiders coast to coast, if you bleed that silver ghost, hit subscribe and raise a toast. We riding, we riding. LV Arena 10, bring that flame. Live from the desert, loving this game. Stories from the stands, from the strip. Heart in the huddle every trip. They debated, never fake it. Caught a draft pick, celebrated when the shield shine bright on screen. You can hear the whole fan base scream. Let's go! Let's go. Raiders coast to coast, that's the show I trust the most. From the pay down to that post, we riding, we riding. Raiders coast to coast, if you bleed that silver ghost, hit subscribe and raise a toast. We riding, we riding. Through the old Coliseum to the lights where we see them YouTube on. That's the spot for the real talk, real plot, forward, rid of Jeff, LV, rid of 10. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Play that episode again. Raiders coast to coast, it's the show I trust the most. From a pay down to that post, we riding, we riding. Raiders coast to coast, if you bleed that silver ghost, hit subscribe and raise a toast. We riding, we riding.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Raiders Coast to Coast. I'm LV Raider 10 with my other co-host. Oh, I guess he's on this side. 401 Raider Jeff. What is up, Jeff? How's it going, man?
Good. What's going on, man? How you doing today?
Good, just chilling, honestly. But
How's the weather out there? Hot as hell?
already, so let's say what's up to them. Rorschach, good to see you, big dog. I'm not bueno. Hey, Jeff, hope you've been well. Appreciate
I'm getting
you,
better.
bueno.
Thank you.
We got Ayo Anthony in the house. Raider
Okay,
Jeff,
great.
Raider 10. What's up, Matt? And I know that Silver and Fax was in here earlier. I don't know if he's in here right now, but what is up, Silver and Fax? And yeah, the AI version of what it thinks a Mendoza looks like. And so when I was putting the thumbnail, I asked ChatGPT to give me a thumbnail of Fernando Mendoza signing his contract, and that's what it spit out. So, I mean, he must think ChatGPT must think that Fernando Mendoza just some, Mexican kid, I guess. Let's see. What's up, Circus Raider?
Circus Raider.
But yeah, so as the thumbnail says, Fernando Mendoza has officially signed his contract. And I know that a lot of people were kind of making it a bigger deal than what it actually was. To me, it was just, just kind of negotiations. I know he wanted the bonus, and we still don't really know that right now. But what was your thoughts on it? I know we talked about it a little bit before, but what was your thoughts on the whole contract saga?
I mean, it's an unfortunate sticking point. This is something that should have been taken care of a long time ago. It became more of an issue, obviously, leading up to today, because prior to today, he was on a waiver. He had signed like a waiver release type form where he could participate in mini camps. So a lot of people, like I was watching 805 and Surveil last night, and there were people in the chat. They were like, "Well, he'll still show up, and he'll say it's not a matter of if he wants to show up and participate. It's the fact that there's NFL rules. If a rookie has not signed his contract, he can't participate. He technically shouldn't even be there,
right?
For once training camp opens. So that waiver was only for OTAs, the mandatory mini camps and such like that. That was only for that. But during the actual training camp, he physically can't be there. So that's why I think a lot of people were upset with this going into today, as early as last night or as late as last night when people were still talking about it. It was going to be an issue because if he didn't sign, then he's losing valuable time of being in that camp. But it's Raiders history that when it comes to the signing bonuses, we pay it out in installments. We don't like, especially with rookies, paying that full lump sum. So I think it was like 30 something mil. I don't know what it was supposed to be or something. And I get it. He wants his money up front. I mean, he wants that guaranteed money, his signing bonus. I totally understand that, and I don't fault him for it. It's just the way the team does business. I wasn't worried about it. I figured he was going to sign. I can't imagine him not signing by before the training camp started today. So I wasn't really too worried about it. And you're right. Some people were making a bigger issue out of it. He already knows he's not starting based on the reports coming out that it's going to be Kirk Cousins for pretty much the season, unless some major issue happens. So he already knew he was in a learning phase this year and basically a sitting phase.
Yeah.
So that might have been part of the reason why it wasn't pushed so much for him to get it done, and they just weren't coming to agreement. So like some people were like, well, he just wants a bag. I'm like, the contract's not the issue. It's not what he's getting paid to play. It's just how he gets paid the signing bonus. And it's not even a question of how much the signing bonus was. It was just a fact of him getting it all up front rather than in installments. So
right. Yeah, so we know the numbers now, and it's, of course, a 4-year with a 5th-year option as a normal first-round pick would get. But it's $57.2 million and a $38 million signing bonus. But doing the research, like I was telling you backstage earlier, we still don't know whether or not the negotiations went through the signing bonus being a lump sum still, or as you like to say, and Leo said, through Klarna, where we do, deferred payments still. So
it's Leo's. I'm not stealing that one. I always give him credit for that because I think it was funny when he said it the first time.
So are we the Klarna Raiders, or are we the money right now? We still don't know, but to me, it's not really that big of a deal. I think the biggest part of this whole thing was the fact that he hadn't signed yet, and now he officially signs, which means that Ty Simpson is the only first-round pick from this last year's draft that still hasn't signed their contract. So we'll see. I guess keep tabs on what exactly is going with that as well. But obviously, who cares about the Rams? But let's see.
Just real quick, just getting back to the first round pick ones too, because again, Simpson's in that same boat that Mendoza is. He already knows he's not starting. So is it as much of a rush for him to get that signed? And I'm sure one was waiting for the other too. That probably had something to do with it.
1,000%.
Whereas, like 805 and Severe were talking about last night, and I didn't really think about it until they did. And the more I thought about it today, I'm like, man, that makes total sense. When you look at Carson Beck, how he signed his contract pretty much immediately, because you know why? He's got a good shot at taking over the starting job there. It very well could happen. You got Gardner Minshew, Jacoby Brissett's contract issues. He's a little flaky when it comes to that sometimes. So Carson Beck has a legit shot to be a starter this season. So any chance he can get in the building ahead of time and do what he needs to do, it only helps him, doesn't hurt him. Right. So by him signing his right away, I know he wasn't a first round pick, but still, he's like, I'm ready. Let's go. And I think he does have a legit shot to start there. Whereas we know Mendoza's not, and we know Ty Simpson's not going to start.
Right. Exactly. So it gives them more incentive to be able to hold out and not have to participate. They can do these contract negotiations, whereas, like you were saying, Carson Beck, he has to participate in everything if he wants the shot to start this year for sure.
Yep.
Let's see what the chat is saying a little bit. Bueno said, "How does Nate's Vegas room look exactly like a SoCal room?" I mean, it looks pretty similar, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty damn close. The only thing missing is Tyree picture.
It's right here, actually.
Right where it should be, on the floor.
I haven't put a bunch of my stuff up because I've been having trouble trying to figure out, renter friendly stuff to be able to put. That's why my Jack Eichel signed jerseys right there. I have another poster right there, as you can see. I have some more posters behind me back here, but
see if you want something on the floor there too.
Oh, that's the Max Crosby poster that I got when I met him. Um, a magician never reveals his secrets. That's exactly right. I believe his contract was done after the mini cap. The holdup was the language of the contract, and that's exactly right. Yeah. The way people were overacting, you could have swore Mendoza was demanding a trade over this. Honestly, I think
You're
this
right.
was
That's exactly what it felt like.
yeah,
It was
1,000%.
insane with some of the people's takes on this. It's like, relax.
Yeah, people were calling him Jamarcus Russell and
I, yeah,
ungrateful
open
and
up like
yeah.
Marcus, right? Get out of here. Uh, uh, yeah, whatever. We'll just go on. It just annoys me how people react sometimes. It's just like, get out of here. What's up, Lecky? What's up, Edgar?
What up, Edgar? What is up, Lecky? And shout out Lecky, member for 2 months on Jeff's channel. Shout
Thank you,
out.
sir. Appreciate you.
What up, Nightbot? Make sure to hit that like and subscribe and to share this. Nightbot is exactly right.
And get over
But
to Dave's channel and watch from his channel too, so you can get some hours and get
yes,
those
definitely.
subs up too. Make sure you guys share his channel as much
Right
as
here
possible.
at LV Raider 10, guys. All right, but yes, today is day number 1 of rookie camp. All of the rookies reported today, including one other person, but we'll get onto that in a little bit. But what is a rookie that you have that's going under the spotlight right now? Maybe we haven't talked about him a lot, and you do want to shine some light on them this offseason or this mini camp. And to refresh your memory and anybody who doesn't remember, this is our entire list of everyone that we drafted this year. So if maybe we forgot about somebody and we want to talk about them up. So
I think there's 2 on this list that really intrigue me, and I think you already know one of them. And that's Mike Washington.
yeah,
I've been on him since we drafted him. I like the move, getting him. I think he adds another dimension to the running game. But I think the one that I feel as though could be a dark horse in all this is that 6th round pick, Malik Benson. I think he's got a shot to do some damage here. You got to remember, we got, I think it's 12 on the 12 wide receivers on the roster, and there's 2 that are still on the inactive reserve. So that means we got 14 wide receivers on this, whether it's part of the active roster right now or on the injured reserve. What's up, Silver Smoke, man? Now, so there's going to be, I mean, just like on the defense, we brought in a ton of secondary guys because that was one of our weaknesses last year. The one position we didn't was linebacker. But I think Benson could actually have some life on this roster. I think he's got a good shot of doing some damage, and not a lot of people are really talking about him. And again, Mike Washington too. I think he's going to be that nice change of pace back from Genty, which we didn't really have last year. Mozart was kind of effective, ineffective. Offensive line was horrible. So, I think Mike Washington and even Hemby is still a dark horse in this too. I think all 3. I think Hemby and Washington are both going to last on this roster this year. I think they're both going to make the 53. And it's going to be fun when they finally cut down to the 53 and we go back and we do that show that week where we look at what we did a couple months ago with Raider Nation Jason. We'll have him back on with us for that one.
Yep.
And see where we hit, where we hit the bullseye and where we missed the mark as far as who made the 53 based on what we thought is a collection of the 3 of us versus what really ended up happening. But I think Malik Benson, I want to hear more about him. I want to see more.
Yeah. Malik Benson, I know from, watching, because Oregon is in the same division as USC and they played last year in specific. I know Malik Benson was used as kind of like our Trey Tucker kind of player. I mean, Trey Tucker had a lot of touches last year, which is abnormal for him, but he was used, mainly of what we think as Trey Tucker would be like. So it's going to be interesting on seeing how he can find his place within this wide receiver room, considering we have a lot of those, kind of guys and Thornton, Benson, Tucker, like that. That's already 3 players right there that could possibly play a similar position in the wide receiver room. So it's going to be interesting, definitely, to see him. And then, of course, Mike Washington Jr. I think he had, well, I want to say he had either the highest miles per hour in collegiate football last year. It was something like he was really fast. His straight line speed was really fast last year. So it's going to be really cool to see how they pair Mike Washington with Ashton Genty, because Mike Washington is also a bigger back as well. So it's going to be that, thunder and lightning kind of combination that a lot of NFL backfields have now. But for me personally,
if I'm not mistaken, he's got the height too, doesn't he?
oh yeah, definitely. I think he's, if not 6 foot, probably just below.
He's 6'1".
There you go.
6'1", 228 pounds. So yeah, he's definitely a bigger back.
Yep.
Because Genty's what? Genty's under. Yeah, Genty's 5'8", 208. So he's got like 3 inches on him, 3 to 4 inch difference in height, and he's got about 20 pounds on him roughly. So totally different style, totally different body shapes, and
right, exactly. For me personally, I think a guy that we kind of gloss over a lot, and I think it's mainly because I personally don't know a lot about him, but I'm interested to see him play, is Kieran Crawford. Seeing a bunch of different stuff that came out during the Raiders draft process and seeing how much that the front office liked this guy, I think is really interesting, and I really want to see that translate to the football field, and I'm really excited to go see that, go see it in training camp and of course in the open practice and stuff like that, to get my first look really at Kieran Crawford, because I didn't watch a lot of Auburn football last year. I don't know if you did, but I that means I didn't really see or know what he's capable of. So I'm excited to see him. I know he was drafted rather high, in the 3rd round. So I'm very interested to see Kieran Crawford. And then one other guy that we have not talked about a lot, is Hezekiah Massis from California.
I'm waiting for you to say that name.
Yeah,
I figured you were going to bring him up.
I drafted him a couple of times in our pre-draft process, so I know he's a very good corner as well. So I'm very interested to see where he fits within our cornerback room, because honestly, in my opinion, like what we were saying the other day on Tuesday, it's a really young cornerback room, and he can definitely carve out some playing time if he's capable of. So he is the other person that I'm going to keep my eye on for sure.
And you're right with Masses too. I know I picked him in a few of my drafts, and a lot of other content creators that I watched that did mock drafts this season prior to the NFL draft picked him a lot too. A lot earlier than 5th round too.
Exactly.
He never really fell that far, So I think the biggest one what's your biggest one on this list that's you think is not really going to be a surprise? You think he's just going to be as advertised?
To me, I think that's we can most bet on is Traden Stukes. I think he's gonna be a if not a plug and play kind of player, he's not gonna sit on the bench for very long. I think he's very capable to start right away. If they choose not to start him right away, then at least halfway through the season, we're gonna see him in the lineup for sure. And then I feel like everybody else kind of does have question marks, whether it's people in front of them on the depth chart currently, or as far as like injury, specifically towards Jermon McCoy. Obviously, he fell to the 4th round because of his injuries, but we know he was a 1st round talent. So I'm very excited to see what happens with Jermon McCoy for sure too.
I just want to bring this up. I agree with Silver Smoke 100% because that's who I was going to say too.
Yep.
The injury, the fact that we signed him and we did it, we got him under contract, that tells me right there that they're not really worried about the injury, or the reports are better than what everybody's thinking at some point. I think this kid was definitely by far, and I know a lot of people have said this too, and I know I've said it before already. Yeah, I think he was the seal of the draft by
Mm-hmm.
far. Yeah, low risk,
1000%.
extremely high reward with this kid. Low risk meaning because we grabbed him in the fourth round. If this was a second or third round pick, based on his injury issue, that could have been a little bit of a question. But from fourth round on, you grab him with a kid of his caliber and what you've seen this kid do before he got injured and just how damn good he was at two different schools, too, no less, too.
Yeah.
And he was still just as good no matter where he went, no matter the competition. Yeah, if he pans out, man, oh my God. This I dare or I feel free for other quarterbacks in this league with what our secondary could be. I think
Yep.
this is going to be the makings of a great secondary for a long time to come because
I
we're in
hope
a
so
youth
too.
movement. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look at the players we brought in, even free agents. We didn't go for any old, aging free agents, so except for Kirk Cousins, but that's understandable.
Right.
You get that, but everything else has been such a youth movement. That's why I'm kind of excited to see how this season pans out. But I'm still in that wait and see mode, and I'll just take what we get for this season. With so much youth and inexperience, there's going to be growing pains. But I'm happy with this draft class. I really am. When you look at what you see here, I thought we did damn good this past draft. A lot of these guys are going to make this roster. How often
Yeah.
do you see guys on
Agreed.
here that have that talent that are going to make the 53 this deep in the draft too?
Mm-hmm. 1000%.
You
I also
name
wanted to go
one
ahead.
guy on this list right now that you think has no shot of making this roster. Like some
I
teams
mean,
have a draft class like this, and they've got guys that are not going to make the roster. You pick one on
yeah,
here that you
thousand
know is
percent.
not making it.
I mean, it's going to be difficult for a seventh round pick just in general to make it. So that would
True.
be the obvious pick. But I mean, that doesn't mean he's a bad pick or a bad player by any means. So yeah, I mean, just because he was picked in the seventh, I would have to go with that. But besides that, I mean, everyone, from Malik Benson up, I can almost definitively say he has a really, really good shot at making this. The other person that I would say I'm questionable on is Dalton Johnson, mainly because I don't know a ton about him. I only know really about Traden Stukes. I'd have to do a little bit more research on him. And if I'm being honest, I completely forgot we drafted him until I put this up earlier today. Doing
I'm not
this,
going to lie, I did too until you put it up on the screen.
yeah. So I think that I have to do a little bit more research on him, but that's the only other person that I would have to say is like questionable. But 2 out of 10, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 2 out of 10. That's not bad to have question marks on for a draft class.
I
That's
mean,
pretty good.
and even if there was a question mark, I see someone said Massis could be washed. Even if he is, that was a compensatory pick
Yeah,
that
exactly.
day. You know what I mean? So we weren't even going to get that. That wasn't even a pick we had until they awarded the compensatory picks the week of the draft. So it's not like that was a position draft pick that we even had from the start. When the draft order was placed. Once they give out the compensatory picks, so I mean that's just a bonus. We had an extra fifth round pick, and boom, that's what we took.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we used one of our original draft picks for them. We got a compensatory pick, so that's like a crapshoot. Just roll the dice, and whoever's there, take it.
Exactly. But speaking about rookies and the possible impacts that they have on this year, I wanted to go back. And is this the one we were using? No, not that one. This one.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back into Raiders history and look at the most impactful rookies in Raiders history. So give me just a second here. So this is the Raiders' top 10 in the past 10 years. So this is rated 1 through 10, the best players that we've drafted in the past 10 years. So number 10, they have Trey Tucker. Would you agree that Trey Tucker is a top 10 player that the Raiders have drafted in the past 10 years? The first couple, when I went through this, the first, like, I think 2, maybe 3, I don't remember exactly what the 10 was.
I
The
think I
first
would
2
have
or
to
3 is like,
yeah, I think I would have to see what the rest of the 10 are, to be honest with you.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't be right now.
I
He
mean,
has proved value.
he's still on the roster, which is a lot more than most of the Raiders' recent draft class in the past 10 years. So that's definitely a plus.
Yeah,
So I think just on that fact alone, I would include him.
yeah,
But they have number 9 at Divine Diablo. This one seems like a little bit of a reach for me. I think,
yeah.
if
I
anything, I
never
would
was a
probably
fan
put
of
him at
his.
10.
I was never a fan of his. He looked like physicality wise, his stature and his physique, he looked like he was a hell of a player, but I think he left a little bit to be desired out there.
Yeah. I honestly, from this list, I can't say that I would put him above Trey Tucker at this moment.
No, that I definitely wouldn't. Trey Tucker would definitely be above him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering everything that we just said, he's still on the roster. He still plays for the Raiders, as well as he's still producing as a Raider. So I would probably put Trey Tucker above Divine Diablo at this point. Number 8, they have John Simpson. To me, he was really good, honestly.
Yeah, he definitely belongs in the top 10 on that. I would definitely say that for sure.
He was very solid. You almost, when you're an offensive lineman and they forget like that you're there, that's kind of a good thing, considering that you don't bring any attention. You don't have to, like, you're not getting chewed out because you're doing your job.
No stupid penalties. No,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So for
Plus
me,
the fact that
I think he was very good.
And the fact that he's had 3 good years with 2 other teams since then too. He started all these games for these guys, just like it says there. So yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate we still didn't have him. I mean, I wish we would have during, the last few years. It would have been nice, but
yeah, if he would have stuck around for the past couple of years, I think we would have been a lot different.
Yeah, would have been nice.
The next one they have here is Hunter Renfrow. And when I seen this, I honestly think and feel Hunter Renfrow could be even higher.
I saw a thing today where somebody ranked, I don't know if you saw this, somebody ranked the most overrated Raiders, and he was one of them.
Really?
They actually had, I don't know who did it, but whoever did it is an idiot, because they had the top 5, was it? I think it was. He was like number 3. You know who number 5 was? Bo Jackson. I'm like, are you serious?
I mean,
take away that injury, he would not be overrated. Overrated.
Exactly.
I was like, no way.
But
Derek was number 1 most overrated.
Oh my god, I wouldn't say that either.
Yeah. What's up, Jack?
That's like recency bias, if anything. Putting Derek Carr at number 1.
Yeah. What's up, we the people?
But Hunter Renfrow, I feel like I could probably put him higher. I think just the fact that he only really had one very, very good year, and then the rest were kind of like decent to fine. I think that's the only.
He was reliable.
Yeah, exactly. Extremely reliable.
Yeah.
But for a 5th round pick, I mean, what could you ask more of, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Number 6, they have Trayvon Merrick. He was solid.
Yeah, I agree with him being there. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about over Hunter Renfrow. Honestly, I could probably put Trey Tucker even higher than that too, but I don't know about higher than Hunter Renfrow.
Well, he's definitely in this top 10. There's no two ways about that.
Yeah, 1,000% he is. Just he started so many games.
I think right now Diablo would be number 10 based on this list that you've just pulled up.
Yeah, 1,000%. I would put Diablo at 10 for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Merrick definitely deserves to be on this list because, like I said, just the fact that he was a capable starter for us for his entire rookie contract, that's not something that the Raiders get a lot. So of course that's definitely going to help him. I was a little sad that he went to the Panthers when he signed there, but I mean it's kind of worked out. I liked Palomao, I like Jeremy Chin, so and Stukes is now here, so
And that was Pete Carroll that let him go, right?
Yeah, it was Pete Carroll.
Idiot.
Number 5, they have Ashton Genty. Now this
soon,
I knew was a polarizing one for a lot of people.
I think it's too soon. It's only one season. It's not enough body work. Whereas everybody else that you've listed on here was with the team for a while. This is one season we're looking at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think number 5 might be too high for him. After this year, definitely.
Honestly, I think I could probably put him at number 3 or 4.
Really?
I think I would put him higher. I was looking today, and Ashton Genty, he has the rookie record for all-purpose yards. He beat Josh Jacobs from 2019. I can't remember the specific number, but Genty had like 13-21 and Jacobs had like 13-12 or 11 or something like that. And then prior to that, the rookie record was held by Marcus Allen, and Marcus Allen held it for a long time, obviously.
Yeah.
So, I mean, considering what Ashton Genty did with what we had last season, I think the trajectory for Genty just in general is only up.
If you base it on potential, then yes. Based on potential, where he was drafted, yeah. I guess I would agree then. But I still want to see more body of work, you know?
Yeah. Let's see who they got. Josh Jacobs right here is next, number 4. And I agree that Josh Jacobs is definitely in top 5. He could probably even be higher, considering the fact that he stood a Raider for a really long time, and he was arguably one of our only first-round picks prior to the Brock Bowers draft that actually panned out for us. So that's a big plus. The way that we let him go, though, still stings. And, you know, seeing everything come out about how hard he fought to stay a Raider, and then we did what we did to him, that sucks.
Wait a minute. This is just rookies only, right?
This is from the past 10 years, but it's not. It's their entire body of work.
Okay. All right.
It's not just their rookie season.
All right.
But yeah, so Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I think Josh belongs there.
At 4.
Yeah.
Number 3, they have tight end Brock Bowers. This one, I
scares me that he's number 3. Then who the hell is number 2 and 1?
Yeah, no, I know.
Because not for nothing, he should be number 1.
I think you're going to be upset at who number 1 is. I don't think you're going to be upset at who number 2 is, but I think you're going to be upset at number 1. Brock Bowers, just off the past 2 years alone, has a definite case at being number 1. You come into the league and immediately become the NFL's top tight end. That is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the next guy has a very good chance at being number 1 as well. Oh, okay. Not the guy I was thinking of. I've seen a different list. I forgot which one I put up. But Colton Miller at number 2. What do you think about that?
He's still here after 2018, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in all honesty, you could, other than his injury issue, you could have an argument for him or Brock Bowers as number 1.
Yeah,
honestly. Just on the longevity, because he's been here all this time. He's been a good, really good to great left tackle for us. Yeah. What year was Max drafted?
2019.
Oh, see, he's the number 1 then. I thought, I did 10 years, so yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I guess the top 3 makes sense now. I mean, they're basically the elite of the elite that's on this roster, I guess you would say. On this roster, not in the league, but on this roster. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. 1. I can't argue with Max being number 1 then. just for what he brings to the team, as far as his leadership. Because don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a great player. His leadership, the way he gets the team fired up and everything, I can see him being number one. I can't dispute that. I don't think. Again, another longevity. He's still here, even though we got rid of him once for 3 days.
For 3 days,
came back. Has he lived up to his fullest potential based on his draft status, like when he was picked? I think
he's surpassed it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely surpassed that 4th round overall 106 pick. I get that part. But when you look at what he's touted as and what he's done, he could be so much more than that, But yeah, he's definitely going to be number one. So I think it's a Colton Miller should be number 2. So all right, so you know what, Brock Bowers I think is right at number 3. Then if that's the case,
with Miller and then obviously Max.
Yeah, I definitely I don't dispute the top 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Even the top 5, because it was Jacobs and then Genty.
Jacobs and then Genty. Yeah, I can totally see it. Yeah, makes sense.
I think the only one I really question is Divine Diablo.
Yeah, Divine Diablo, and this really kind of just shows you like how bad the Raiders drafting has been, because this took into account it's not just the first rounders, it's not just the it's all rounds. So the fact that Divine Diablo is on this list of the past 10 years of Raiders drafts, and we have Divine Diablo cracking our top 10, that just shows you how bad of recent drafts that the Raiders have had. But I wanted to ask you and the chat, is there somebody in this list missing that you would probably squeeze into here?
Yeah, I have one right off the bat. Okay. But we didn't draft him. So this is strictly plays we drafted, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Because there's one I would suggest right away. And,
all right, well, who was it?
Adam Butler, but he was drafted by New England. He came in 27, so he would still make it.
How was Tommy Millott not on the list? Ruggs. I mean, prior to incident, Ruggs was very good. I would, looking at this and thinking about it, I could probably like honorable mention like Nate Hobbs.
What's up, Kev? What's up?
That's like probably the only person I can like probably put honorable mention is like Nate Hobbs. That's the only person I could think of off the top of my head. The list is top 10 rookies that the Raiders have drafted in the past 10 years.
Like they ranked them.
Kyle Kuntz, Carr was more than 10 years ago.
Right.
Kuntz, I mean, I still would probably put Nate Hobbs over Kuntz. But I think that's probably right there. Kuntz had one really good season. Amik Robertson is a good one. Amik Robertson is a very good one, Jason. Anyone else you could think of, Jeff?
Let's see.
Because one,
I got one.
And
he came in 2019.
Okay.
Right. Wait, what year did he come in?
Corian Bennett.
AJ Cole.
Ooh, AJ Cole is a very good one, actually.
Because he's one of the last Oakland ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he would fit that whole thing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
AJ Cole is a good one.
Why is he not on that list? For what he's accomplished? How the hell? Unless they were just, I don't know, unless they wanted to leave off. What's up, Jason? Unless they wanted to leave off special teams. Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's funny. Lowy, I'm dead. Um, yeah, I mean, I I think it's just in total, AJ Cole definitely deserves to be there. He would probably, I would put him over. Ooh, I'd probably put him right over Genty. So I would probably put him number 5, and then scoot everybody down one, and Diablo off the list.
Are you kidding me? Cole? I might even put him at number 3.
Yeah, over Josh Jacobs.
His longevity and what he's accomplished as a punter.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's not a flashy position, and you know, if he's punting a lot, that's not a good thing because that means the offense ain't doing shit. Um, but he's doing what he's supposed to do when he gets out there and punts, and that's coughing kicks, pinning them deep, not giving them premier field position or prime field position when he punts it. That's more valuable sometimes than fans realize. I think how much
1,000%.
happens. Especially with some of these return guys, they're lethal. Some of them, if they get enough of a lane, man, forget it. It's over.
And especially since the Raiders' offense hasn't been good at all as of recent, like the fact that our punting game has been as effective as it has, the recent years could have been a lot worse if we didn't have AJ Cole. Like it could have been a lot worse. So I think a lot of people tend to forget that as well. And like you said, because he's a punter, it's not flashy, he's not putting up points really. We tend to forget about how good he actually is. But he's been the representative for the AFC punter for a good amount of time as well, as far as the Pro Bowl is what I was going to say. So that they recognize that how good of a punter he is. Let's see.
Not about Powers, Genty, Mendoza, Max Cole. You can't put Mendoza. He hasn't done anything yet.
Mendoza hasn't done anything yet. Yeah.
He just signed his contract today, so he's technically a Raider today.
Amik has been playing well in Detroit. Yeah, he has been playing well. And then he just signed. Where did Amik Robertson just sign? With the Bears?
Oh, I don't even know.
He signed somewhere else this offseason. I don't remember though. He said he's putting DJ Glaze ahead of Diablo. Getting a potential starting tackle in the 3rd round is great. I know he sucked last year, but I blame that on glue eating Nepo Baby Carroll. I can honestly see it. I said it earlier on Tuesday too that I think Glaze could potentially keep his spot at tackle too.
I honestly think that there's plenty of players that we could probably come up with that would move or bump Diablo off that top 10.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Glaze, yeah. The JPJ could be one of them too. In all honesty.
JPJ could be other. Yeah.
Michael Mayer. Well, maybe not.
If they like pan out in the next couple of seasons, then yeah, you could. No, we did not draft Waller. We picked up Darren Waller off of the practice squad of the Ravens.
Yeah, from the Ravens. What's up, Money Chuck?
Edgar Sullivan said Trayvon Merrick, and yeah, he was number 7, 6 on that list.
I think so.
Something
I think
like
that.
It
was something like that.
The one naming all those players is I'm not Buenos AI Fridge. What up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
Salute Money Chuck. I think he'll be the best QB that we ever had, period. Interesting.
Who, Derek Carr? Yeah.
Yeah, Derek Carr was, technically.
Yeah.
Glaze will be fighting with Meredith.
I mean.
Rumor has it Cousins hid the pen from Mendoza to keep him from signing earlier. That's pretty funny.
Or he gave him a pen and it just didn't work.
Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of the number 1 player that was on that list, it is also his first day of camp because he had an injury shortened season last year. So he comes in early for training camp of this year. What is your expectations from Max Crosby for 2026?
Play the whole season without getting injured? Seriously. There's 2 seasons in a row he's missed the tail end of the season. That's. I mean, granted, we weren't playing for anything at that point, but it's still it's number one ability is availability, and if he ain't there, helping lead this defense, which him, if he's going to be what everybody touts him to be, he needs to be out there. So not getting injured and not playing such a high percentage of snaps too. I think now finally we might have a nucleus of players where we can rotate out a little bit more often. But the big thing, and I saw it firsthand in Philadelphia, the big thing is when he's asked or told to come off the field, he didn't want to come off that game. Like, I can't tell you how many times Tyree ran off the sidelines to go in there. And as he's coming up and he's waving his hand at Max, Max is like, no, get out of here. And he's just shifting him back to the.
Well, you know that what that was about, though, right?
Well, a lot of that was the whole cleat thing he was wearing.
Right, yeah.
Kept pushing that back. But I saw it even other points in the game where he was just waving him off because he just doesn't want to come out. Because he thinks as long as he's out there, he's going to have an impact. I get that. But I think he needs to step up his game in sacks. I think he really does. Not so much, with the QB pressures. Let's turn some of those into sacks. I want to see 15 sacks or more from him. And, he needs to stop rapping. Thank you. What's up, Sever?
That's funny.
I think he needs to get more sacks this year to make it a thing. AJ Cole's our MVP for the last, I don't know how many years at this point.
Yeah, he really has been, honestly.
If it wasn't for him, we'd be giving up horrible play field position every game.
But here is some of Max Crosby's stats from his career. So let's see. Oh, I can't really do that, but oh well. So his highest sacks was 14.5 in 2023, which I think we all know. So he hasn't hit that 15 threshold yet, like you were asking him to. He had 7.5 in 2024, where he only played 12 games, and then with 15 games last season, he had 10. So, do you think that this year, or what is different from this year than previous years that you think Crosby could potentially get to that 15+ sack threshold?
Supporting cast. The supporting cast on this defense is says a lot. You bring in Kwity Paye, you got Kuntz coming back. You've got what the hell's his name? You already talked about him earlier. Crawford. You got Crawford. You've got some better quality players around him. Tyree's gone. I think that's one of the biggest things because everybody knew Tyree was no threat. Unblocked Tyree, superstar, MVP of the NFL. You put a hand on him, he's a pile of mush. I think it's the supporting cast around him. Now he's got two good linebackers behind him too. That's the other thing. One, if Nakobe Dean can stay healthy, then I think we'll be okay. I think we're going to have better secondary too. We're going to have definitely a better group of players back there. Where quarterbacks may not have such an easy time finding an open target, which could cause the quarterback to scramble more, improvise, which could also be in his favor. I just think overall it's a better supporting cast. The change in the defensive scheme, I know it's not going to be a true 3-4. It's going to be some sort of hybrid thing they're saying, I guess, whatever it is. I think that also has a benefit. And I think he's going back to a more natural position.
Yeah.
With him playing more of that that outside line edge guy. He just got to not over pursue.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
I've seen it too many times where he just takes such a wide kick to the outside where one good swim move or even just a little juke move and he just cuts it back inside. He seals that gap. Now you're forcing, if it's the quarterback or the running back, you're forcing them to go outside, which makes them take the biggest swing. So now at that point, your linebackers are stepping in, your corners are coming down now. So once he goes too far outside and they cut that gap between the tackle and the guard, that guy's already in the second level. He has no chance of doing anything, you know? So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, finding the QB, man. You know, it depends on who's at nose tackle, too. So, I mean, that's the other big question mark. You know, but I still think it's a supporting cast.
Yeah. So from who of the supporting cast you think makes the biggest impact, and whether that be, a rookie we drafted or an offseason acquisition, who makes the biggest impact besides Max on this Raiders defense?
I think it's going to be the pure power and agility of Kwity Paye on the opposite side. I think that alone helps. And again, I think it's the linebackers too. But I think Kwity Paye having that legit, he's way better threat or way bigger of a threat on the opposite side than Tyree. Let's put it that way. So that's the other big factor. So with Kwity being on the other side, I think that also helps because now he's got experience in the league. He's got the respect of players on the offensive side, so they know they just can't just give him a shock and let him go. They need to stay on him. Whereas Tyree, I mean, you hit him once and that's it. He folds up. He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's one of the biggest things is having him on that opposite side. You know, and then you just look at the potential for the interior defensive line. You know, you're talking Lalau, you're talking Butler, Booker is back again with us this year, which I'm happy about because I really liked what I saw from him last year.
Yeah,
I thought
me too.
He was a great contributor, even coming in partway through the season on such a shitty team. I think he still showed determination. So I've got a little bit more faith in his defense this year than I do on the offense. Actually, probably by far more confidence in the defense.
Yeah.
Without it.
For me, I think the biggest benefit for Max Crosby, I think it has to be, and I've seen a couple of people mention it already, is I think Malcolm Kuntz needs to step up. And I've said this before. I think that we're going to get the Malcolm Kuntz we were expecting last season. We're going to get the, 2023, 2024 Malcolm Kuntz that we were expecting?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
24, because he's 2 years removed now. So
yeah, 24. I'm fully expecting for him to be that Malcolm Kuntz that we were expecting. And I really hope I'm right because not only does that make Max better, it makes Kwity better, or it makes our entire defense better. Like you said, we haven't really had anybody opposite of Max besides Yannick Ngakoue, which was 2021. So it's been a quite a minute since we had anybody that can help Max and free up Max on the opposite side of him. So to me, it's definitely Malcolm Kuntz. I have seen this right here. Shout out Michael Guerrero for putting this out here. Jeff said he wants Von Miller. I have seen Von Miller come up quite a bit of times on social media. So what do you think about the Von Miller possible addition?
Not really.
No.
Unless we've got an injury issue. You know what is? I think people still want him to be the Von Miller of old. Still could probably have flashes of that, but you're not going to get the same output from him that you had in the last few years from him. He might be like one of those spot players for you to come in, certain situations and maybe have an impact. But I just said it earlier that we're in a youth movement. This is going the opposite direction now. Yeah. Again, barring a major injury, and if he's still available and we need it short term just for the season to get us through whatever, then maybe go for it. But other than that, no. Not just to go out to get him, just to get him because of who he is. And we can't keep doing that. We've been doing that way too much in the past, bringing in these flashy older players that are way past their prime and just aren't what they used to be, and still expecting them to be what they used to be. That never works out. At least not for us. It never works out for us.
Yeah. So I want to bring up another player, but I want to ask about Von Miller first. What if somebody was to say like, oh, what if we bring him in, to teach our younger guys like Quiddy Pay? Well, he's not a younger guy, but like our younger edges. How everybody says that Kirk Cousins would do for Fernando Mendoza. Do you think that's a possibility?
Then hire him as a position coach, as assistant position coach. You're going to
Yeah.
save money first of all because you're going to hire him as a coach. Doesn't hit your salary cap. Why would you bring him in as a player to help teach guys or show them tricks and shit like that when you could just hire him as a consultant?
Yeah, true.
Rather than pay him and have him hit the salary cap. If that's the case, then just hire him as a coach. I'd rather you do that. That I wouldn't be opposed to. That I would be all for. The guy's MVP of the Super Bowl. He's won Super Bowls. He knows what the hell he's doing. You want to bring him as a consultant or a coach? I am 100% behind that because number one, doesn't hit the cap, and number two, we don't have to worry about him going out there playing and getting hurt. And now, we got another injured guy on our hands.
Yeah.
No. If that's the case where they want him to teach people, then hire him as a coach.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Oh, shout out Raider Ryan for the 10
Yeah,
gifts
shout out to
from
Raider
Dan.
Ryan with the 10 gifted memberships on my channel. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you 100%, man. You are the man. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with the Von Miller thing. I just how you said we would probably have to make like specific packages or only bring him in on third down or whatever it may be. But that's also taking reps from our younger players that need to learn in game time. That's just not something that I want to do. One other person that I did see that I thought was a little bit more intriguing was Bobby Wagner. He's still out there, and do you think that bringing in Bobby Wagner could be a plus for the Raiders?
How old is he? Is he the same age as Von Miller?
He's older.
He's older?
He's older.
Bobby Wagner, I think, would have made more sense last year while Pete Carroll was here.
36.
Yeah, that's in that position. That's kind of pushing it. If it was a 36-year-old offensive lineman, like a left tackle or something, that's different. Offensive lineman, older, I have no problems with because again, they tend to hold up better.
Yeah.
In a position like that where it's a high impact position, we are constantly slamming into offensive linemen at full speed or running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. That shit takes a toll. Again, the same thing with Von Miller. We're in a youth movement, not an age movement. I don't think there's a need. To be honest with you, I wouldn't bring any of those guys in right now. I'd wait till teams stop cutting players.
Cutting people?
Yeah, because there could be surprise cuts, and not because the guy might not be good anymore, just because of salary cap issues.
So you said I don't want any player on defense connected in any way to Pete.
That's what I mean. It would have made more sense with Bobby Wagner last year. Why Pete Senile was still here. Here I am. I was defending him last year before we hired him, and now I'm so done with him.
My SC bias got to me. I'm not gonna lie. My SC bias got to me definitely. But Cool Kev says Wagner's name has been brought up the last 5 years, and he always goes elsewhere. The only reason why I brought up Bobby Wagner, well, despite seeing a couple of people talk about him online, we've talked about it multiple times that if our main two linebackers go down, we're a little bit thin at the linebacking positions besides them. So that's the only reason why his name seemed a little bit more intriguing to me when I first seen it. And he didn't play bad his last couple of seasons with Washington. So that's why I was thinking about it. But I mean, just looking at his age, I don't know how much longer he'd be able to hold up. And considering if somebody, goes down, hopefully, God forbid somebody goes down in our linebacking core, how long is Bobby Wagner going to be that stopgap? How long he's going to be able to hold up? So to me, that's why I brought him up. But yeah, I don't see it right now. I would probably go with what you're saying. Wait for somebody to get cut from, another practice squad or from a camp. So I'd wait for that.
And I agree with you. We've got Dean and Walker. Outside of those two, that's probably the one position group that scares me the most on this roster right now is our linebacking depth. Because if Dean isn't good to go early on, or he's got issues in the season, we're screwed. We really are. That means we got to, well, first of all, we got to figure out who makes the roster in the linebacking room,
Mm-hmm.
outside of those two, because, those two are a given. Is it Eichenberg? Is it, who's the third and fourth guy and possibly a fifth guy? That's why I'm saying wait until, I know there's an undrafted free agent some people are really high on. I don't know enough about him, so I really can't talk about him. I know Severe brought him up last night on their show.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know enough about him to even say like, oh yeah, he could definitely. I don't want to blow smoke up people's asses because I just don't know enough about him.
Yeah.
But if there's a guy that gets cut by another team that may be better than him, then okay, for depth purposes, that makes sense to go and do that. But just to bring in two older guys, nah, I just can't do it. It just doesn't make sense. Not at this point.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Yeah, I don't see, off of the top of my head, I seen a post earlier on Instagram. I think the NFL posted it. Like the best available free agents still, out there. And I was going through it, and I didn't really see anybody that I really wanted to bring in. Xavier Sorry,
Yeah, these are the guys Bear was talking about last night too that are on the, that we brought in already. Sloan right now is number 3 on the left side behind Kwity Paye and Kieran. And Sorry is number 3 behind Nakobe Dean, Lindenberg on the middle. So there's those. They're both in the third team basically.
Yeah.
Well, right now, let's see. You've got Quay Walker is listed as the weak side linebacker. Eichenberg is his backup. Alubi is the third stringer. Then Nakobe Dean is the middle with Lindenberg behind him and Sorry. So, yeah. So, I mean, our 4 edge guys basically are Crosby, Kuntz on the left side, and Kwity Paye and Crawford on the right. And that's the other thing, too. Even if Kwity Paye gets beat up by Crawford, if he gets beat up by Crawford, then that's a good thing because then that means he's that good. He was able to beat out a guy that's a 4-year starter already in this league. Which, by the way, I go on record as saying, and I know I wasn't doing podcasts already back then. I wanted Kwity Paye when he was available when they were in that draft class. I was hoping we were going to get him for 2 reasons. One, because I thought he was good enough and would really help opposite of Max. And number 2, he's a Rhode Island guy. So
here is the post I was talking about. It was by Yahoo Sports. Notable NFL free agents still unsigned. This was from 2 days ago.
Look at that picture. That's a horrible picture of him. Could they pick the worst? I mean, first of all, he looks like he's bloated and pregnant. The he looks so old with his
hair.
That is just a horrible picture of him. He looks like shit. That's
But let me know if there's anybody on here that you would be open to, I guess, signing for the Raiders. Stephon Diggs, I think we went over this already. Nobody wants Stephon Diggs here.
No.
Von Miller, we kind of touched on it. I don't think it's plausible that he comes here.
No.
Tyreek Hill, I do not want Tyreek Hill. I think
I was watching Ben's show late last night, and he brought up the leg injury in that game last year against the Jets. I never saw it. That was the first time I saw it. I never saw it when it happened. And
it was like
when
this.
I watched that last night, oh my God, yeah. When I watched that, I was like, oh shit, this dude is not going to be back in time for this year. That is a bad injury. That was
really bad.
What's up, Jay? I see you, brother.
What up, Jay? That's probably the main reason I wouldn't. I think the thought of Tyreek Hill is better than what we're going to get from Tyreek Hill, for sure.
Yeah.
Jadeveon Clowney?
Intriguing. That would be an intriguing one.
Defensive tackle-ish kind of player.
Yeah, I mean it's too bad because he was great in college. He just never lived up to that full potential.
No, he never
In all
did.
honesty, I thought when he got drafted by Houston, I thought they were going to be in something great there with him, and because J.J. Watt was still there at that
Yeah.
time. I thought that was going to be a great man. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think Vilter Wolfert was with them too.
Mm.
I think he was still playing at that time, or maybe it was just after Wolfert. So I mean, there was that potential with those guys. Where that front line,
Yeah.
man, they could have been lethal in Houston back then,
No,
and it still
definitely.
ended up being a J.J. Watt show. Clowney never worked
JJ
out
Watt
to
was so good.
Clowney never worked out toward his potential. Yeah, no
Bobby
one Bob.
Wagner. No on Bobby Wagner. We just talked about him. Joey Bosa.
Hmm.
I think it kind of, for me, it kind of goes back to the same thing of we're trying to implement youth in this team, and he would be definitely taking away reps from those younger guys.
He would, but he's not as old as like Wagner and.
Let's see, how old is Joey Bosa?
So, yeah.
Joey Bosa is 31, so he's not that old.
He's only a year older than Max. Maybe
He's
2 years.
not. He's not. He's 3. He's 3 years older than Max.
Max is 29.
28. He just turned 28.
I would. I don't know. It would be a toss up between him and Clay. If I have to choose, it's a toss up between. Unless there's more. There's still more.
Yeah, there's still a couple more, I think.
Okay, I'll wait then.
Severe said Bosa would take reps for 3 games, then miss the rest of the year.
And that's what I'm worried about with it.
That's funny. Taylor Decker is interesting. To me, I think we have to go through training camp before we can decide on bringing somebody like Taylor Decker. Because if our offensive line is bad, I think bringing him in would not be a bad idea, at least.
Is he guard or tackle? Guard, right?
I believe he's
68. That would be a guard number.
Yeah.
Usually your 70s, he tackles. 60s.
He's a tackle. Yeah, I thought he was a tackle.
Oh, he's a tackle?
Yeah, he's a tackle.
Left or right?
He plays left tackle, but he's going to be spotted to play probably right because he's older too. He's only 32.
Again, like I said, well, offensive lineman age doesn't bother me.
Uh-huh.
Not at all. I would maybe take a flyer depending on how the rest of the. Hey, what's up, G fam? Based on how the rest of the lineup looks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, Colt Miller goes down, I'm giving him a call.
This one is really interesting, and I know a lot of Raider fans would be very upset if we brought him in, but I would not be opposed to it. Maybe, okay, let me back up. I think a couple of years ago when he was first, when he first went to the Bears, I think I would have rather had Keenan Allen then rather than now. But it's still a little intriguing to me, if I'm being honest.
Didn't he have a season-ending injury last year too?
I don't think he did. Let's see.
Who's the other wide receiver that always played opposite of him?
Mike Williams?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know, man. Just something about him. He's up there too, though. He's in his mid-30s?
Yeah, he's older. Yeah, let me see. He's 34.
I mean, this is another issue of trying to bring in what people are going to think is that number one wide receiver that's going to stretch the field.
He played 17 games last year.
Oh, all right. I can't see him stretching the field like being that Justin Jefferson type of guy. That he's not going to burn anybody. Let's put it that way.
No, he's not. No, but that was never his game though either.
He'll out jump somebody. He'll probably out muscle someone for the ball for sure. Mm-hmm. He'll do what Thornton can't do. And Thornton ain't out muscling anybody for the ball.
Yeah.
Thornton looks like a toothpick. His his calves and his arms, his biceps are like the size of my 2 fingers. I mean, there's nothing to the guy. He's just skin and bones.
I'm pretty intrigued on Keenan Allen. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I would be upset if we brought him in. Nick Chubb. I think the days of Nick Chubb are over, in my opinion. And plus, we don't need another running back.
Yeah, I think we'd go with running back.
Yeah, but just as him as a player, I think his days are over. Considering after his last couple of seasons in injury-plagued seasons, I think he's done. Deebo Samuel?
Nope.
No to Deebo Samuel.
Nope.
I think 49ers Deebo Samuel. You got me a little intrigued, but
like early 49ers Deebo. Like
You're
when
right.
he was threat to run the ball. Sort of
Exactly.
like how what's his name for us when we had him? Oh my God. He went to Atlanta and did the same damn thing, and he was amazing too. What the fuck? Why can't I?
Cordell Patterson?
Yes. Cordell Patterson. Oh my God, dude. He was awesome. He was like the second version of Cordell Patterson because Patterson was doing it before
Before
Samuel.
Deebo? Yeah.
I just want to address G-Fams. He goes, if age doesn't bother you, Jeff, I want to see you as a walk-on for the O-line, but you have to interview after games and your rate is on. Okay. Age isn't an issue unless you're my age and going out there and try and play it. 56, no. I'll break something just walking out on the field. Absolutely not. Nice try, though.
He said Jeff has more hair on his head than Jeff has cartilage in his knees.
Yeah, right?
No, for real, though. That's so true. It's the offseason. Debo's 275. Yeah. No, dead ass, though. Let's see. Kenny Moore. That's interesting. He was one of the best slot corners last year, too. I think we already have that position locked up. But if we didn't, I think we probably should bring in Kenny Moore. But like I said, we already have that position kind of filled with Teron Johnson and Traden Stukes kind of being that.
Yeah, I think the problem, not so bad. I mean, it's a good problem to have. We've got a traffic jam with corners.
Yeah.
Safeties and everything. They went overkill on it, which because it was a major weakness last year, so they fully addressed it this year, and I give them all the credit in the world for doing what they did.
Yeah.
Addressing the secondary, and I don't think anybody can complain that we didn't address it. I mean, we definitely. We pulled others out of this draft potentially.
We actually have an exciting cornerback room to look forward to. Yeah, it's something that we haven't had in a while.
Guys that can be, that you're gonna potentially fail. Like nobody's gonna want to get hit by some of these guys because it's just their size and their speed.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, no, I say no to Kenny Moore.
No, definitely. Najee, I know we had talked about people said he might come here, but not anymore.
Did you see Le'Veon Bell get arrested?
I didn't, honestly.
Yeah. I forget what it was for. It just popped up. Absolutely not. We don't need another. No.
Oh, I want to wear my Waller jersey again, though. No, I'll definitely. I'll still wear it. I have no problem doing that. But I think this would be a funny reunion, to be honest. But no, I think he's past his prime now too. Another person who needs to stop rapping. God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think he's worse than Max.
Yeah.
Here's the one interesting thing with Waller, okay? And I think if we were to bring him in, and I'm only saying this hypothetical, this by no means do I want nothing to do with him. But I think him and Brock playing opposite out on the field at the same time could be lethal.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because the times that Waller did play with the Dolphins and the Giants, he played decent.
Yeah, he did. He did. And the funny part would be the fact that I think with the potential of what they could do for damage in the receiving game, I think quickly people will forget we need that number one wide receiver. No, we don't.
That's interesting.
Even if it's a lot of short plays, all you need is 5 yards on an average, Every 2 plays is going to be a first down.
Yeah, there you go.
One's going to be able to out jump anybody. They're both going to be able to out muscle, a corner, or even beat up on a cornerback. The biggest threat would be a linebacker. And even at that, some of these linebackers
they can both outrun a linebacker too.
Oh, hell yeah. Especially Waller. But Waller will trip on a blade of grass and get hurt. So
Trayvon Diggs. Besides one season in Dallas, Trayvon Diggs really hasn't done much. And even in that one season in Dallas, he gave up the most.
Too. That's his younger brother.
Yeah. He gave up the most yards that year. He led the league in interceptions anyway. So, it doesn't make sense either way.
No, I'm good. Another one that would just ramp up that room.
D-Hop.
No.
I think he's past his prime, too.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. He's just hang those cleats up.
Joe Mixon. See, now, Mixon 2 years ago was a fantasy darling. I know because I had him that year. So, could he potentially have something still in the tank?
Yeah, when he was still in Cincinnati, though.
When he was still in... Well, 2 years ago, he was still in Houston.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, this past year, he got injured most of the year. What was I going to say? But obviously, this is hypothetical, to bring him in, because we don't need him, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But does he possibly still have something in the tank, do you think?
For another team, yeah.
For another team, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he's still got something in the tank. I think he's still got something to prove. He's one of those guys I think would be looked at if, God forbid, a team has an injury.
Yeah,
he would
for sure.
Be one of the first ones called.
Yeah.
Even over the other running backs, even over Najee or Chubb.
Yeah, agreed.
Sure.
Taysom Hill. We need another tight end.
See, this guy always intrigued me. I've always loved watching the Saints play with just the way that they used him.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know what he was doing when he came out there.
1,000%.
Whether he ran out there and was the only quarterback on the field, or if he ran out there as the quarterback, with whoever was quarterback, when, you don't know if he's going to run the ball, he's going to throw it, he's going to get pitched to him and he's going to toss it, or he was such a hybrid, man. I think he might be past his time a little bit now. That gimmick, I think, is over.
Yeah.
But, man, I used to love watching him when he would go out there for the Saints, because it was just, you didn't know what you were going to get.
No, 1,000%, yeah.
But, yeah, no, I got to pass on him.
Kevin Zeitler.
Another offensive lineman.
Let's see, how old is he?
What is he? Was he left, right? Yeah, Taysom's up there in age too.
He's 36 and he plays. Oh my goodness, what did he play last year? Guard.
Guard. Wow, that's a big boy for a guard.
He is 6'4", 332.
That's a big dude for a guard. That's tall for a guard. I'm used to guards being a little bit more compact.
Right.
Another one that I would put a post-it note on the wall at the facility as a potential, barring injuries or someone just doesn't pan out, period.
Right. Let's see, Calvin Noy. I think it's the same kind of thing with Von Miller and Bosa. He's an older guy, and I wouldn't want him taking snaps from our younger guys.
Yeah, I agree too.
That was the last guy.
That was the last one.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, Severe, and I disagree. 36 is pushing it even for offensive line. it's just not such a high impact position. You know, I know when I played, the only thing I worried about is someone rolling up on the back of my leg, which I have had happen. That was that, or if the pile comes in on my side and it just buckles my knees from the side. That's always been the biggest fear as an offensive lineman. It's a lower impact when you come off the ball, unless you're a pulling guard, then that's different. Now you're coming onto there full steam, but you're obviously a lot bigger than the guy you're going to go up against too, so you're going to win that battle.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm not opposed to older offensive linemen, especially if it's for injury reason, or the younger guys just not getting it and they need another veteran presence. Because think about it, Colt Miller, he's the oldest on the line right now. The next oldest after that is going to be Meredith and Linderbaum. Linderbaum's only been in the league 4 years, 5 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, we're a young offensive line outside of Colt Miller. So I mean, there may be a need for another one of these older guys at some point. Who knows?
Potentially, yeah. And
yeah, I saw that G-Fam today.
Diego Pavia got waived. Yeah, I seen that too. I know Leo was Leo made a video about it on Instagram.
Yeah, he did. I saw it.
All right. Okay, that brings us to the main event, the game time. So, Jeff, what we're going to be playing today, mainly you, but I want to see, obviously, people in the comments talk about it as well. We're going to do a blind draft ranking. So what that means is, let me pull up the thing real quick so you can see it. Is this the first one? Yes, it is. So what is going to be happening is I will bring up a photo of a player, and it's going to be in no particular order, but you're going to have to go one by one as soon as I put the player up and rank them blindly, not knowing who's going to be the next player in line. So what that means is, hypothetically, say we have, I don't know, Marcus Allen. This is the first player. Where would you put him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't know the category. You don't know who's going to be next. You don't know.
Okay.
So you just have to put him blindly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it?
All right. So yeah. All right. I got it.
Okay. And I want to hear or see or read, I guess, from everybody in the chat, where exactly would you put this player in which position? And every single one of these has a theme. So I want to see if you, Jeff, or if somebody in the chat can figure out the theme and how quick somebody can figure it out. All right. Okay. Everyone good? Got it?
Yep.
1 is good. So the highest is 1, and then the lowest is 5. Okay. The first player is going to be Trevor Lawrence.
Ooh.
If you had to rank Trevor Lawrence, not knowing where the rest of the people are going to go, where would you put Trevor Lawrence?
So we're just ranking the players, not like a category that they're going to fall under afterwards?
Well, they're specifically in a category that I have, but I want to know where you would put them, obviously not knowing who the next couple of people are. And I want to also, in the back of your mind, think of where these players kind of fit in which category. And I want to see if the people in the chat can also catch which category it is.
I'm going to put him 5.
Alrighty. Trevor Lawrence is going number 5. Let's see what people in the chat say. 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5. All right. Okay, so I guess most people are saying right there at the bottom tier of the list, 1 through 5, for Trevor Lawrence being the first player. All right, the next player is going to be Caleb Williams.
Ooh.
Where would you rank Caleb Williams?
I'm gonna put him at 3.
3.
Ah,
Okay.
4.
4.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I'm banking on the other ones going to be good. But my luck is really Joe Flacco, fucking Gardner Minshew.
Okay, the next person is going to be Bryce Young.
Shit, 3, no questions asked.
3.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, man, this is not going to be good.
How do you feel? How do you feel so far? We're more than halfway
Not
through.
good. I wish I could swap 3 and 4. Actually, I wish I could swap 3 and 5.
This is fine. Now you know like what the players are kind of going to be like, so you know for the future. We have 2 more after this, just so you can see.
Okay.
The next player is going to be Cam Ward.
I gotta go 2 with him.
2.
Just hope that the one last one is going to be a good one.
Let's see. What does everybody else say? For Bryce, they said 4. Young number 5. 3. Ward number 6. All right. Number 2 for Cam Ward.
I'm forced to put him at number 2. I have no choice.
And for the last
This last one's
player,
going to be Mahomes in order to save me.
the last player for this blind ranking, Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, fuck me.
So automatically, Fernando
That's not even
Mendoza
fair.
goes
He's not even playing
number 1 in Jeff's blind ranking. So we got Fernando Mendoza, Cam Ward, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, and Trevor Lawrence.
If I were to
And
redo
Cool Kev. Oh wait, who was the first one to say it? Not a bot. Almost got it, but the first person to get it specifically. Oh, he got it again. Actually, first overall. The past 5 first overall quarterbacks. So now seeing. Jeff, that's not fair. So now seeing exactly who all the players are, what would you actually rank it?
out of all of these, I think just Henry Lawrence would actually probably be number 1. To be honest with you,
Lawrence would be number 1.
Yeah, Williams 2.
Williams would be 2.
Pretty much right there, just like that.
Just like this, you think Bryce Young is better than Cam Ward?
Yeah, Cam Ward's only got 1 year in.
Okay, and then Mendoza obviously.
Mendoza hasn't even played, so I mean that's I think that's fair. That would be the way if I knew ahead of time what the players were going to be. This is what I would do.
Okay.
And only because Trevor Lawrence he's got more starts than anybody else on this list.
Yeah.
You know, Bryce Young just hasn't panned out to be what everybody thought he was.
Bueno said Lawrence above Caleb, and I did see that you got it, Kev, but it was just right after not a bot. See, like you did. This was literally the next one. So sorry, Kev.
Right now, Caleb just hasn't done enough. He only has had that one really good year this past season. You know, his rookie year was a mess because the coach was horrible, the team was not good. I think he's number 2. So yeah, that's how I would do it right there. That would be the 5.
GFAM has Caleb, Fernando, Cam, Bryce, and Trevor Lawrence. That's what his list would be.
Those are anything higher than 5 when he hasn't even played yet. The other guys have body of work. He's got college, and that's it.
This would be my list right here. Caleb, Trevor, Cam, Bryce, Mendoza.
I mean, you can make an argument for Caleb up there, but I just think I still think Trevor Lawrence up top. And I think he's even going to be better this year, too, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can definitely see Trevor Lawrence being better this year. Okay, but now we got a grasp of what it's exactly, Okay, so then hopefully the next one is better. Shout out to Not a Bot for getting it first and Cool Kev getting it right after him. they got the what's it called? The category correct. But let's go to the next one. Okay. Oh, there we go. So this is going to be out of 10 now. Okay. So
I
1
agree.
through 10.
But just
Chem Ward is going to be special. I believe that too.
1
hold
through
on.
10.
Let me put this down. 1 through 10. The first player. Let's go. Will Anderson. 1 through 10. Where would you rank Will Anderson?
He's going to be up near the top. Put him at 4.
4. We're putting Will Anderson at number 4. All right. The next player, Micah Parsons. Shout out Bueno. Top 10 edge.
I'm going to put him at like 8.
Micah Parsons at 8.
Yep. Only because of the injury last year, and he was better in Dallas, I thought, but whatever.
Alrighty. Micah Parsons gets placed at number 8. Let's go Aiden Hutchinson.
Up near the top. He's going to be like 5.
5 for Aiden Hutchinson. Anderson 5, Parsons number 4. 2, I think this was for Parsons. 2 for Parsons. Anderson 5. 5 for Micah. Parsons number 4. All right, the next person, we're going to go Nick Benito. Where would you rank Nick Benito? You have 4, 5, and 8.
I know. I'm trying to think
Filled
of
up.
who's. What's up, Steve? What's going on, man?
Oh, Bueno said number 1
For who? Benito?
for Benito. 9 for Benito, Edgar says.
I want to.
Benito 7.
I'm going to put him at 9.
Nick Benito at number 9. Okay. Who should we do next? Let's go TJ Watt.
Scroll up. Trying to think what I'm on.
TJ Watt. Watt number 3, GFAM says.
That's what I was thinking too.
Number 4 for Money Chuck.
Yeah, put TJ at number 4.
TJ at number 3.
Sorry,
Yeah,
number 3.
yeah, 4.
Yeah, I can't put him at 4.
Yeah. All right. TJ Watt at number 3.
Yeah,
Let's
that was
go.
my first impulse.
Let's go Nick Bosa. Where would you put Nick Bosa?
6.
6 for Nick Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Watt 7, TJ 3, Bosa at 8, Nick Bosa 10, Nick Bosa 10. Is that just because he's a Niner, guys?
Probably.
Shout out Sacktown. What is up, Sacktown?
What's up, Sacktown Mike?
He's always hurt, Bueno says, which is valid. Valid.
What's Bueno now? It's damn fridge.
His fridge knows.
Fuck your fridge.
All right, the next person, Brian Burns. Where would you rank Brian Burns?
I don't know enough about him.
Got a couple spots open here.
I gotta put. You know what? Put him at 10. Ugh.
10. Okay, Brian Burns at number 10. Jeff is regretting it immediately, but he's going to be put at number 10. The next person, Daniil Hunter.
Oh, we're going up. Scroll up.
You have 1, 2, 7 open.
I have 7. Put him at 7 because he's definitely after Williams. So
All right. The next person is going to be
2 more.
Miles Garrett.
Number 1.
Miles Garrett.
No fucking
Number
questions
1 for Miles Garrett.
Is going to be number 2.
Which means Max Crosby, your Las Vegas Raider, is number 2 best edge in Jeffrey's blind ranking in top 10 edges in the NFL. So don't let all of his propaganda say different. Someone screenshot this.
You're blind and you know it. That's
Someone screenshot this and send it to him every time he talks shit about Max. Okay, but if you had to change it, yeah, how would you change it?
Scroll down again. I want to see who's. All right, I think Micah Parsons is going to need to move up.
Okay.
I would probably put Micah Parsons at 4.
Parsons at 4.
Yeah. I would move. Who's number 4 again?
That's Will Anderson.
I'm moving him up to number 2.
Will Anderson at number 2.
I don't know why they put him at 2 to begin with. Scroll back down. I would move. Now that I'm thinking about it, I would move Aiden Hutchinson to number 4. Actually,
Aiden Hutchinson at number 4.
Yeah, Max to 7.
Max to 7.
Yep, right there. Yep. Hunter swap with put Bosa at 8 and put Hunter at 6. There we go.
And that's it. Brian Burns at 10. Nick Benito at 9.
Who's he even play? Is he with the Rams?
Benito?
No.
Oh, Brian Burns. He plays for the Giants.
Giants.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about him.
So this is your official one. So we got Myles Garrett at 1, Will Anderson at 2, T.J. Watt at number 3, Aiden Hutchinson at number 4, Micah Parsons number 5, Daniil Hunter number 6, Max Crosby number 7, Nick Bosa at number 8, Nick Benito at number 9, and Brian Burns number 10.
Yeah, if I had to rearrange it, that's what I would go with, because that was one of my arguments when they had Max at, I think, was it number 4 in the ranking?
Yes, yeah.
And I thought that was too high based on the other guys that are there. Like, I mean, Anderson's a no-brainer. I'm sorry. I should have put him in number 2, but I was trying to figure who the other guys that were going to be coming up. I should have put him in number 2 from the gap because I knew Myles Garrett was on this list. He was going to be number 1 regardless.
Well, you didn't know, technically.
Yeah, I mean, are you putting Burns up front, Rosetown?
I'm switching Burns with Hunter. Wow, really? I think because Hunter's a little bit older, but he had a really good year last year, though.
Yeah, I'm leaving Hunter right where he is.
Yeah, I think if I had to do this, I think I would go probably, oh no, sorry, there, and then probably there. Actually, I really like Nick Bosa. So 6 seems really low for him. Probably there. I'd probably do this. This would be mine. Garrett, Anderson, Parsons, Max, TJ, Nick, Aiden, other Nick, Daniil, and Brian Burns.
All right.
This is how mine would go. To me, Brian Burns seems very far on this list, but it's hard to put him over any of these guys.
I don't know how TJ Watt falls out of the top 3 or 4.
Injuries
What's up,
and
SoCal?
personal preference.
Well, you could also say the same thing about Max, too. Injuries.
Yeah, so okay. There you go.
Season-ending injury for him, too, last year, you know?
That's only happened one time, though.
Yeah, but how does he come back from that? ACL, man. You know how that goes.
ACLs are not the ACLs of past. People come back from ACLs all the time.
Hey, I had Hutchinson in like number 5. I think the kid's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Agent Hutchinson is great.
Be nice to see him. Be nice to see Max on the other side of him in Detroit. That'd be awesome.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
We got one more.
He's still aggressive, though. He's still a game wrecker. I mean, the only one that's in the spot that he should be at, no questions asked,
Myles Garrett.
Is Myles Garrett. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Until proven otherwise, he's number 1. There ain't no two ways about it.
Okay, we got one more. 1 through 5.
What position?
This is going to be easy once you hear the first person.
Okay.
First person we're going to do is Antonio Pierce.
Ah, fuck. 4.
4 for Antonio Pierce. All right, the next person.
I'm regretting this already. I can feel it.
Pete Carroll.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I know exactly what it's going to be now, too. I got to go 3.
Just because you already have AP there?
Yeah.
All right, the next person. Clint Kubiak.
Try and think of who else you got to pull up. How far back are we going?
I don't know.
Oh, I can see what you're doing, you bastard. I hate you. Yeah, put him at 2.
2. All right, Clint Kubiak at 2.
Number 1, I'm gonna scream. I'll quit. I'll rage quit this stream.
Oh, hold on. Let me do it really quickly because
you missed one, didn't you?
I missed one. Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's not even fair. You're gonna pull something stupid now.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna get the person that I originally had. But I don't know why his photo didn't save.
It's gonna be Lane Kiffin and McDaniels.
Okay, back to the game. Oh, why didn't it show up? What the fuck?
Yeah, there you go. It'll be McDaniels and Bill Callahan.
Oh no! Hold on.
That would be easy. Callahan would be number 1 because at least he took us to a Super Bowl. Didn't win it, but more success than any of these other coaches that had with us.
Here we go.
Worst rated coach in the Super Bowl. Gruden?
John Gruden.
Oh, I hate you.
1 or 5 for John Gruden.
Because if I put him number 1 and the next one is John Madden, I'm screwed. And if I put him number 5, I know the next one's going to be Josh McDaniels.
I don't know. You guys gotta find out.
Yeah, put Gruden number 1.
Are you sure?
Oh God.
For the last one, I'm giving you an opt-out. Are you sure?
Number 1.
Alrighty. John Gruden, number 1.
Look.
You guys seen him here first. He put him number 1. And the last person, Josh McDaniels.
Oh, thank God. Number 5,000.
There you go. Josh
Hey, I knew
McDaniels, number 5.
McDaniels was coming up in this. That's why I left number 5 open. But again, I'm not surprised that because I put Gruden number 1, that the chance of being the last one would be fucking like John Madden. The people were like, you put him number 5 in the ranking? Yeah, I was tricked into it. All right, I can live with that list.
Not a bot said the theme is the worst coaches in Raider history.
Yeah, one's still undecided. One at least had some semblance of a decent team. The other 3 were
Pete -10. Only Madden and Gruden are left. He said, "I'm always moving the goal." I had John Gruden already. I just didn't. His thing didn't save for whatever reason. They still haven't got it yet. Best coaches 1 through 5. How's Carroll above AP? Is that Gruden 1.0 or 2.0?
Oh, good question.
So what did you say, or what do you think this category is?
Um,
There you go. Severe got it. Our last 5 head coaches.
well, not necessarily. You're missing one.
Who?
Sacha.
No, our last 5 actual head coaches, though. Last 5 coaches. Yep. So if you had to rearrange this, if you wanted to.
Not including interns.
Yeah, not including. There you go. See, thank you.
There you
go. Would you rearrange this in any way?
Probably the only thing I would do is flip-flop AP and Pete Carroll.
Yeah, I think that would
because
be
AP won more games and Pete Carroll was just a complete disaster. at least AP's team had some semblance of wanting to play for him.
Uh-huh.
You know, Pete Carroll, that team, there was such a disconnect between him and everybody else and the coaching staff. It just, yeah.
I don't know
if I didn't
hate Josh
McDaniels as much as I did because of his time in New England, I would probably put Pete Carroll dead last. I really would. Yeah.
Really?
Too.
You put Josh McDaniels over? I guess the only thing that if I was to put it this way that Severe has right here, the only thing is like bringing in Devontae Adams. To me, I guess.
Nathan O'Connell.
Okay, drafting Nathan O'Connell, but
hey, at least we got a running game with him.
The reason why I think it was besides him. I think it was besides. The reason why I would put Josh McDaniels below is because he dismantled an already playoff team.
Exactly.
Like that's the only reason. And the fact that we brought in Pete Carroll with basically zero expectation is the only, deterrent why I would have put him lower. And yeah, I can also see that too. But he won more games than P. I get that. But like I said, dismantling a playoff team, I think it surpasses, wins and losses. Severe is a Bruins fan. That's why he hates Carroll. I think I caught on to that. I caught on to that.
I think the other thing, too, with Josh McDaniels is, like I said, we had a running game his first year here. I mean,
yeah.
Josh Jacobs, they ran the wheels off of that guy that year. I mean,
they did.
Every time he turned around, McDaniels, Jacobs. And then the next year, they decided to move away from him.
Which made no sense.
No. Move away from him, bring in Garoppolo. And, yeah, I probably would put McDaniels above Pete also, as much as I hate McDaniels. I hate McDaniels just for his time in New England. But the fact that we even brought him in just blows my mind. Josh came in, paid Carr from Max, traded for Tay, paid Wall, etc. Can't forgive him for Jimmy G. I'll tell you, yeah, true.
Yeah. I was trying to make more earlier today, but I just couldn't think of anything. I didn't want to do every single position, so that's why I did these couple ones, and I thought these couple ones were decent. But we can definitely do more, next Thursday for sure.
I'll tell you what. In all honesty, lineman would be a good one.
Lineman would be a good one for
You'd
sure.
be forced, throwing up a name like, throwing Kappa's picture out there. Where do you rank him? Do like the top 10 for that because there's so many positions on the line.
Yeah.
You do 2 for each position. There's your 10 right there. 2 guards, 2 tackles,
Yep.
2 centers. Yeah, that would be fun. That was good. I like that. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was the little game. You see that game, blind ranking all the time on TikTok and on Instagram and stuff like that. So I think I thought it would be cool to bring here. Another thing that you can do with that one is doing like a tier ranking. So like you see all of the things and then you rank them accordingly. We can also do that, something like that, and put funny like, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can put like the best silver and black. I bleed silver and black for the top, or like, I don't know, some shit like that. We can put funny categories or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a cool
fun.
game.
I like that. That really made me think. For sure.
It makes you think when you're doing it blindly. It makes you think like, okay, I have to be strategic on what exactly, the placement that I want these players to go.
Yep.
But yeah, that is going to be it. So do you have any final thoughts on anything we went over? What do you think about the Fernando Mendoza contract or the rookies, Max Crosby, maybe the game, something like that? What is your final thoughts?
I'm glad the Mendoza thing is over now. It's done. It's over. He's under contract. He's signed. So let's get moving. Let's see where this all pans out for him in preseason, and hopefully he gets enough game time, playing in preseason, which is where he should be playing this season. Let's see what happens with them. See how he handles it. Who knows whether he's going to practice with the first, second, the 1s, the 2s, or the 3s. What type of time is he going to get with each level, whether it's first, second, or third string? So I'm curious. I'm jealous of you being, living where you're living now, because you're going to be able to go to these practices. You're going to see it firsthand. Like I said, which is a nice thing about doing this show with you, where when those days come, you can go and watch and then kind of report back and
1,000%
on what you're seeing firsthand, and because it's so easy for you to go because it's so close to your house. Whereas when you lived in LA, you just didn't have that luxury of going out there all the time. Now you can go there whenever the hell you want.
Right, exactly.
I'm just excited that rookie camp is here now. Veterans report on was it 28th?
Yeah,
which is next Thursday.
Right? I think it's Thursday. No.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So when we go on Tuesday night with the most notorious, we'll obviously have something to talk about there too, because the rookies have a few days already under their belt. We'll see where everybody else stands with it. So I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for this season. I can't wait for it to get going. This is going to be a big year for me on a personal level. Finally getting out there. So, I'm down to 48. In another 5 minutes, it's 47 days away before I land in Vegas. So it's coming fast. I remember when we first made the airline ticket, bought the tickets for it was 109 days. And we're already down to 47 days now before I land there. So I'm excited. And then extending my trip and going to LA too. So
yeah, that's going to be dope.
Boneheads like I'm not bueno. And I've already met Sevilla, so whatever.
Yeah, definitely be a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited for getting back out there. It's been a long time since I've been to Cali or Vegas, so the first time as an adult going out there, and I'm going out alone, so I'm be unsupervised.
Nice.
I'm not taking my second in command with me, so we can't do it for the both of us. So, but I will be on tomorrow night with my No Huddle show covering all NFL teams. So again, if you know somebody that's a fan of one of the other 31 teams in the league, make sure you get on my channel, let them know I'll go on at 9:00 Eastern tomorrow night, Friday night, every Friday night. Roughly about 45 minutes to an hour. The first hour, 45 minutes is just talking about news and information that's going around throughout all the teams in the league, and then I open up the phone lines after that. So,
which I have some breaking news for us here, which not really news, but the Rams just came out with 2 brand new uniforms, and just kind of wanted to see what everybody thought of it. This is the white and blues that they just came out with. Not too bad, honestly. They're trying to go back to the fearsome foursome times here. You see Deacon Jones right here, Merlin Olsen. But yeah,
man, that was a bad group, man. Jesus Christ, those guys were nasty. Merlin Olsen, watched him on doing the FTD flower commercials and everything. He was such a nice and sweet guy. Man, you watched him play, Jesus Christ, he'd rip your fucking head off in a game. It's just such a different personality. It's just he was nasty. What's up, Demokes? What's going on?
Yeah, so that is their one. It's not that they're not bad, honestly. The other ones though here
looks like the Colts.
Oh, these ones are gross. Oh,
Yeah,
I do not like these. Ugh.
It's too charged.
This one right here. Oh, these are nasty, guys.
I like the meme on the screen right there in the chat.
Yeah, right here.
I don't like the yellow.
It's gross. I do not like that at all.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I do not like that one. But look at, and then they have like white pants with them and blue socks. That isn't, yeah, I don't like that. That is disgusting.
The white just looks like
the white's not bad.
They look like the Colts.
They do look like the Colts, yeah. They
Take
do.
the helmet away and it looks like the Colts uniform. Yeah, too mustardy.
Too mustardy for sure.
It's too chargerish.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. But yeah, just something I thought I'd bring up because I just seen it right now. They posted that. But yeah, as far as final thoughts, like you said, I'm completely happy that this whole Fernando Mendoza thing is over with. Mm-hmm. Everyone can move on with it now. There's no more bigger skepticism than there already was out there around him. And then I'm excited for the rookies. I know obviously today was their first day. No one can really see until the entire team is practicing with them. So that's something I'm definitely going to personally look out for when I'm out there. Looks like a bottle of grape poop for sure. But I'm definitely going to be looking at the rookies when I go out there in person, and that's something I'm looking forward to. And then of course, let me know if you guys have me on Instagram. Let me know what other categories you want me to do for the game for next week, and I can put those in for next week. So again, follow me right here at LVRated10 on my Instagram. DM me, something that you think would be a good game or a category for the game that we just did in the blind ranking. But I have nothing going on for the rest of this week until next Tuesday when we'll be back with the Most Notorious podcast, and you'll see me and Jeff there again. So go ahead, Jeff, if you want to go ahead and say your thing.
Yep. That's it, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Shout out to all the moderators, and thank you to Raider Ryan for this, the gifted members. I appreciate you guys. And as I always say, stay safe. Go Raiders.
From the tailgate smoke to the late night post, best cash in the game. Raiders coast to coast. Click that play, let it roll. Silver, black in my soul, got 401. Righty to Jeff, breaking plays, taking notes. That chef, film on loop. He's stacking stats, calling out schemes, exposing gaps. When the line holds, when it don't, he said what they scared to quote. Raiders coast to coast, that's the show I trust the most. From a bay down to that post, we riding. Raiders coast to coast. friend, bring that flame. Live from the desert, loving this game. Stories from the stands, from the strip. Heart in the huddle every trip. They debated, never fake it. Caught a draft pick, celebrated when the shield shine bright on screen. You can hear the whole fan base scream. Let's go! Let's go. Raiders coast to coast. That's the show I trust the most. From the bay down to that post, we ride it, we ride it. Raiders coast to coast. If you bleed that silver ghost, then subscribe and raise a toast. We ride it, we ride it. We're the old Coliseum to the lights where we see them YouTube on. That's the spot for the real talk. Real plot forward, rid of Jeff, LV with rid of 10. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Play that episode again. Raiders coast to coast. It's the show I trust the most. From the bay down to that post, we